Well, an alert day is in the forecast this holiday weekend. Chris is tracking some Easter showers and maybe the return of snow. And the number of coronavirus deaths may reach its peak this weekend. What top researchers, the president, and the Wisconsin governor are saying about the possibility of hitting this new milestone.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
And thank you for starting your day with us here on News 3 Now. It is Saturday, April 11th. I'm Keely Arthur, in with meteorologist Chris Reese.
Hello.
Good to see you, Chris.
Yes.
Still too far away, but
it's all right.
Someday
That's
we'll
how we stay here.
Yeah.
By staying apart.
We're trying to stay safe, and people need to be kind of safe maybe later on in the weekend.
Yeah, we're watching what could be a messy weekend, especially for central and northern parts of the state. For us, I'm more concerned about the heavy rain potential, but I at least want to start you with the weather that we have out there right now, because it's not too shabby. Beautiful morning. Beautiful morning. Welcome to Saturday, folks. We had some cloud cover overnight. That's actually broken up, so we're seeing a little bit more in the way of some sunshine out there. Doppler track remaining free of the rain and the snow. With that sunshine, temperatures are taking off in a hurry. I am starting to believe that we will hit 60 degrees today. We're already at 45 in Janesville, 43 as you work your way in Madison. Just look at that sunshine. Winds are out of the south as well. A wind chill at 38, but that's no big deal, just when you think about how nice the day overall is. We'll be at 51 by 10 o'clock, 55 by lunch, 57 by 2. Our forecast high today, Keely, is 58. But if the sunshine sticks around a little bit longer before the clouds start to stroll in, we'll be just warm enough to perhaps make it up towards 60. The rain chances really arrive later on this afternoon. And then we're watching perhaps a pretty soggy Easter Sunday that could end as a little snow.
All right.
Yes.
I know you like that. I feel differently, but thank you, Chris.
It's my Easter gift this year. All right.
Well, new this morning, we have new numbers. Friday showing that it was the deadliest day for America in terms of the coronavirus pandemic. The U.S. recorded more than 2,000 deaths in just that one day. And new overnight, Dr. Anthony Fauci says he hopes the country will reach a, quote, real degree of normalcy by November. Michael George reports.
President Trump says it appears the coronavirus death toll in the U.S. will be lower than projected.
The minimum number was 100,000 lives, and I think we'll be substantially under that number.
The president said the situation was stabilizing in some major cities, including Detroit and New Orleans, which are among hotspots hard hit by the virus.
We have not reached the peak.
Healthcare experts are urging restraint and say some parts of the country must prepare for a surge.
This is not the time to feel that since we have made such important advance in the sense of success of the mitigation, that we need to be pulling back at all.
The president has said he wants to restart the economy sooner rather than later.
I'm going to have to make a decision, and I only hope to God that it's the right decision.
New York City has seen several days with close to 800 deaths. On Hart Island, New York's 150-year-old public cemetery, once-a-week burials have turned into a 5-day operation. Among them, unclaimed victims of coronavirus. New Yorkers who venture out are finding it difficult to follow social distancing guidelines.
I try to wait for the next train because I'm not trying to, contact no virus.
Everybody's very scared. They're trying to keep their distance from each other, but it's impossible.
NASA astronaut Jessica Meir is aboard the International Space Station.
We can tell you that the Earth still looks just as stunning as always from up here, so it's difficult to believe all the changes that have taken place.
Meir says seeing the pandemic unfold from 220 miles above the planet is surreal. Michael George, CBS News, New York.
So while President Trump says he wants to reopen our country as soon as he can, Governor Tony Evers says not so fast. He doesn't know when Wisconsin businesses will be allowed to reopen, but he predicts it won't happen all at once. He adds it may not even happen when his current order closing them expires on April 24th. Well, right now, there are more than 3,000 confirmed cases of COVID-19 here in Wisconsin. Friday was a bad day, especially in Milwaukee County. They reported more than 20 new deaths and another new one just this morning. Monroe County also announced its first death today. In Dane County, we're seeing a bit of a plateau in cases. There have been 324 confirmed cases and 12 deaths. Hospitals in Wisconsin are starting to run low on certain protective equipment. According to the Wisconsin Hospital Association website, more than half of the state's 133 hospitals reported this weekend that they have less than 1 week's supplies of goggles and gowns that are typically worn while treating coronavirus patients. More than a third of them are also reporting they have less than a week's worth of face shields and N95 masks. The city of Madison is asking for donations of cloth face coverings and other personal protective equipment. The city is hoping to provide face coverings to workers in the streets, parks, water utility, and other departments. City leaders are also hoping businesses with the capacity to produce cloth face coverings to consider making them themselves. Donations will be accepted at fire stations number 2 and 8. An international clinical trial for a coronavirus treatment is making its way to the U.S. this weekend. The University of Pittsburgh School of Medicine's trial will test drugs approved for other things to see if they can help with coronavirus. The journal Sentinel reports the trial will test several different treatments at the same time, trying 7 already approved drugs in different combinations. That includes steroids, immune system medications, and hydroxychloroquine. Well, this news comes as thousands of corona tests are going unused in U.S. labs. The journal Nature reports labs still aren't working at full capacity, and really lack of national strategy is largely to blame, according to those experts. Red tape is also preventing several university labs from being certified to test for the virus. And grocery stores seem very busy as people stock their pantries out of concern for coronavirus, but many produce and dairy farmers nationwide are still struggling during the outbreak. Workers at Tony's Fresh Produce in downtown Los Angeles say they are moving less than a half of the amount of tomatoes they did before the virus. Owner Jose Mendez says he supplies small grocery stores and restaurants. With so many businesses closed, though, the demand for fresh produce has dropped dramatically. Mendez says he's struggling financially and had to cut his workers' hours.
It's messed up, but never been in this situation.
In Colorado, one farmer wearing a mask and gloves is hitting the road to get vegetables straight to consumers. And with some dairy farms starting to follow suit, certain communities like this New York City suburb, are hearkening back to a time from about 60 years ago and seeing a resurgence of the milkman. Egg sales, though, are still flying off the shelves, even though prices have skyrocketed. According to Urner Berry, which tracks food sales, wholesale prices of Midwest large eggs recently tripled in price from early March. Well, speaking of groceries, this weekend Hy-Vee is offering new ways to help feed your family. The company says it will be offering curbside meals to go. Hy-Vee says at over 200 of their locations, you can order hot prepared food along with take and bake meals, which include selections from their Asian cuisines, sandwiches, and you can even get some sushi. Customers can order online through Hy-Vee's Aisle app. Employees will deliver the food orders directly to customers' vehicles. And Miller Lite is trying to do something good and wants you to join them. The beer company is encouraging people to tip their bartender even when they can't go to the bar. The company is getting things started with a $1 million donation to the virtual tip jar movement. It's an effort to bolster the bartender emergency assistance program during the coronavirus outbreak. Meanwhile, Madison College is doing something good for the Dane County Regional Airport and local car rental companies as they really struggle with fewer customers. Since these companies aren't seeing as much business, they need somewhere to put their surplus rental vehicles. So the college offered up one of its parking lots free of any charge. Dr. Thomas, the college's VP of Administrative Services, says both the college and airport use taxpayer dollars, so coming up with these simple solutions just helps everyone.
This just gives taxpayers sort of that additional little savings where the airport doesn't have to pay someone to do this. So, you know, that kind of collaboration I think is good for folks when public entities coordinate together.
Dr. Thomas says the lot and other parts of the Madison College campus are actually on airport property, so offering up this space was just a no-brainer. He says there's no time frame to how long the lot can be used. Well, Hometown Pharmacy in DeForest is hoping to cheer people up as normal family gatherings for Easter are just not going to happen this year.
Putting together baskets, getting them out there on Facebook or whatever social media, it's an opportunity for people to still support our local business, something for us to do for the community to kind of keep involved.
It is selling different kinds of pre-made Easter baskets. Now, the idea is to help parents who aren't able to get out of the store, or out of the house rather, and into the stores and gather their own supplies. You can check out their options at the Hometown Pharmacy DeForest Facebook page, then get your basket via curbside pickup or drive-through. 40 Wisconsin state parks are closed for the first time this weekend this year. Governor Tony Evers directed the DNR to close the parks this week, as well as a number of other forest and recreational areas, following issues with things like large crowds, litter, and even vandalism. In our area, those closed include Blue Mounds, Devil's Lake, Governor Dodge, Governor Nelson, and Lake Kaganza State Parks. Closures will last until further notice to help reduce the spread of coronavirus. Now, as for Dane County Parks, County Executive Joe Parisi says they will remain open for now, and that includes dog parks. Madison Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway says she does not intend to close any city parks during the pandemic. However, she says if social distancing guidelines are ignored or if the virus gets worse, that could change.
And obviously, our parks are wonderful, and we want people to be able to enjoy them as much as possible. But it's a really important outlet, I think, for people who have been cooped up inside. But again, we really need people to be responsible in how they use the parks.
Well, time right now is 8:10, and this morning is one of your best bets to get outside this weekend. You are taking a live look over the Capitol. Chris is tracking some sun this morning and when things will change. We'll be right back.
Join us for Easter Mass Sunday morning at 10:30 on News 3 Now.
Do you take daily prescription pain medications, but they don't help enough? Do you want more options to better manage chronic pain? University of Wisconsin-Madison STAMP Study offers free, safe, therapeutic programs to address chronic pain. The programs occur once a week for 8 weeks and pays up to $340. Call 608-212-6902 today. Again, that's 608-212-6902.
Our retirement plan with Voya gives us confidence.
So we can spend a bit today knowing we're prepared for tomorrow.
Wow. Do you think you overdid it, maybe?
Overdid what?
Well planned, well invested, well protected.
Voya. Be confident to and through retirement. Are you nervous about leaving your parents' phone plan?
You got this.
You could have.
It's just a plan. Nope.
Individual plan phobia.
Plan phobia? Mm-hmm. We got your back.
Switch to your own plan at U.S. Cellular and get $400 back.
Plan phobia? Mm-hmm. They got your back.
Switch and get $400 back. Only at U.S. Cellular. Choose fair.
It's dinner time in America, and the breadwinner arrives home from a long day at work. Now the family can sit down at the table, where everyone knows to be mindful of their manners.
Dinner time has changed. Our quality hasn't. Reynolds Wrap. Foil made in the USA since 1947.
It's here. Instant funding online from SpeedyCash.com. Don't have time to stop by a Speedy Cash store? Get cash now, no matter where you are. Apply for a loan using the Speedy Cash app. If approved, funds apply to your debit card in minutes. With instant funding from SpeedyCash.com. Apply now. It's fast. Go to SpeedyCash.com for instant funding today.
Imagine facing Wisconsin's bitter cold winter without a warm home, or the blistering heat of summer without power, then having to make the tough choice between eating or meeting other basic survival needs. Unfortunately, over 200,000 of our neighbors in need will face this difficult decision with no place else to turn, including those who are now unemployed due to the COVID-19 crisis. For a hand up and help with your utility bills now during these difficult times, contact the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund today.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Happy Saturday, folks. We're waking up to some sunshine out there. We'll see more of that as we move into the afternoon. But then the clouds are working their way on in as we look at what could be a soggy Easter weekend for parts of the area. So we're staying mild but quiet. It's soggy Easter eggs for tomorrow, and then those could become frosty Easter eggs by the time things are all said and done. This is the storm system that we are keeping a close eye on. It's this area of low pressure that's developing just east of Denver. It's going to be bringing with it the cloud cover and tapping into moisture from the south. In fact, as we move into Sunday, places down throughout Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, if you have friends and family down there, talk to them because they are under a significant risk for severe weather. We're on the colder side here in the upper Midwest, and that's where things could be heavy rain initially, transitioning over to snow on the backside. So it's with the heavy rain threat along with the potential for some snow that we do have an alert day in your forecast. Winter storm watches, though, those are far north and west of us here in Madison. This is where we're looking at the true heaviest axis of some snowfall. So essentially from the Twin Cities through Eau Claire and Rhinelander all the way up through the UP. For us here in southern Wisconsin, we may see some snow, but I expect that to be a lot lighter. Here's the rain right now, already starting to get its act together across parts of Iowa. As for us, we do remain dry in southern Wisconsin at the moment. High pressure's in control towards the south and east. There's an area of low pressure towards the south and west. Together, those are sending those winds out of the south, and as long as we see that southerly winds, well, the warmer things are going to get. So we're at 43 right now, 45 in Janesville, Monroe, and Platteville, both at 44. Watch how temperatures begin to drop. We're going all the way to 58. The heavier cloud cover moves in later on this evening from the south. You may see some showers as well, but the heavier rain, that gets in here as we go into the morning hours on Easter. Temperatures will be into the 40s, and then it's the evening time that we see another round of heavy rain, and then that ends as a period of snow wrapping in here from the north and west. And I do not expect that to be a lot of snow at all. We are talking generally about an inch, maybe a little bit less. The heaviest stuff is going to be up towards the north and west of La Crosse. The rain is the bigger story. We're talking 1 to maybe even 2 inches of rain in some spots. That's the reason for the alert days. Just be on the lookout for any spots of high water. Then we dry out. It's going to be a quiet week, some flurry chances Tuesday and Wednesday. Temperatures will be below normal, but they'll be into the 40s. We'll recover back into the 50s by next weekend.
Nice to see slightly warmer weather, but like you said, I mean, April's always kind of just all over the place.
It is the wild card. I always laugh because we go through March, April, and May, and then it's like playing Uno, and April says, I said March, April, and May, January, February, and March, and then it's like Uno, and Mother Nature just says draw 4. And that's April.
Never really played Uno, so when you make that reference.
We draw all 4 seasons here.
Okay. Oh, I get it.
All right.
All right. Well, we need to play Uno after the show.
Okay, we'll see what we can do.
Understand
it's a
what
friendship
you're trying to
breaker.
say.
Be careful.
All right. Yeah, you're going down, Chris.
All right.
Thank you. Well, we wanted to let you know that more snow may be in the forecast, but here's a story that'll make you smile no matter what. Leave it up to former Badger J.J. Watt to prove April snow isn't so bad.
We have a live weather report from Wisconsin. It was 74 degrees 2 days ago, and now we got snow, and the sun's coming back out. It's snowing and the sun's out.
That was the current Houston Texan doing his best Chris Reese impression. Does not hold a candle to him from his home up in Summit after it snowed for a few minutes earlier this week. And some members of the UW women's hockey team are making the most of their quarantine and might have found a new career path. Alexis Maurman, Britta Curl, and Brett Pettit created their own newscast called Quarant TV with the Badgers, where the trio catches up with fellow teammates, each in their own quarantine location, to see how they are doing, staying busy, what they're eating, and to break down the latest TikTok videos.
Welcome to Quarant TV, where we bring you the best and the latest Badger women's hockey news.
We're your hosts, Alexis Maurman, Brett Pettit,
and I'm Britta Curl.
But the biggest part of their 6-minute show, the weather. All the Badgers did their best Chris Reese impressions, giving their own forecasts. We like some of their forecasts better than Chris's. I didn't write that, Chris. Don't get mad at me. One of the best events in the summer is now postponed. The AmFam Insurance Championship won't tee off May 30th because UW facilities, which includes University Ridge, the host of the golf tournament, are closed through June. Tournament host Steve Stricker told ESPN Wisconsin, quote, "We want to make sure we do the right thing, but we also want to put on this event to help the community." A new start date is expected to be released next week. Well, time right now, 8:18, and live from New York, Saturday Night Live is back. What you can expect during tonight's show, and there are several new shows and movies you should check out this weekend, too. Will shares his picks and 3 things to watch. Trending news is just ahead on News 3 Now this morning, Saturday.
Meineke's Madison locations are still open during the COVID-19 pandemic. Call any of our 4 locations for open hours and to schedule your appointment. Please be patient as we take the necessary precautions to consider your health and safety while scheduling appointments. Meineke, doing car care right.
During these challenging times, many Habitat homeowners are hard at work on the front lines. Others have lost their jobs. Please consider making a donation to ease their financial burden and help us bring stability to families in our community.
Associated Physicians' #1 concern is the safety of our staff, community, and patients. That's why every patient is getting a screening phone call prior to stepping foot into our office. Nothing can stop our devotion to you. We'll still be here to address your concerns, whether it's through a virtual visit or through the phone. If you have questions, feel free to reach out to us at 608-233-9746 or visit us online at apmadison.com.
Help is what we've always given. So thank you to our helpers at BMO and beyond. Thank you to the healers, the fighters, the all-nighters, the cleaners, the movers, the 18-wheelers. Thank you to the farmers, the grocers, the above and beyonders. Thank you to all the frontliners for keeping our lives moving when the world needs to stop.
At Bella Domicile, our philosophy is to listen, respect, and treat all of our clients like they are the only thing that matters, because they are. We find when we follow this philosophy, everything else falls into place.
I'm a certified kitchen designer at Bella Domicile. We tend to work with clients with very specialized projects. That requires solid experience to ensure the best outcome.
Bella Domicile, our name means beautiful home. Custom cabinetry and design for your kitchen, bath, or any room.
Here at Weedman Lawn Care, we believe that your lawn should be a place where memories are made, a source of pride, relaxation, and fun for the whole family. That's why we proudly offer a child and pet-friendly program, so you can enjoy a healthier, greener, weed-free lawn without sacrificing peace of mind.
Our program offers effective, targeted weed control, and our golf course quality fertilizer creates a beautiful outdoor space. Don't your kids and grandkids deserve a Weedman lawn? Trust the lawn care experts. Trust Weedman.
I'm Joanne Jenkins with AARP. In these challenging times, we need each other more than ever. We may be apart, but we're not alone. Use AARP Community Connections to find or create a mutual aid group near you. Stay connected and help those in need.
It isn't being evenly distributed.
With not enough COVID-19 tests to go around in Wisconsin, how are healthcare facilities making the call on who gets tested and who doesn't?
It's the fear of the unknown. Even these smaller towns need them.
News 3 Now investigates, Monday at 10.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at what is trending this morning. Hollywood is bracing for a traffic jam once things open back up. According to the Hollywood Reporter, studios are already competing for spots on the filming lots to complete projects that were in the works before productions were forced to shut down in mid-March. Studio executives say they are working to make room in the schedules for those projects, but they are also trying to work around movies and TV shows that were set to start filming this summer, which are now being forced to compete with delayed projects for space and time. They say this will most likely delay some projects for months and even possibly into the next year. One television show is making its way back on air this weekend after having to cancel future episodes because of the pandemic. Saturday Night Live will be back tonight with new original content that will be produced remotely. The show will include a weekend update as well as other original content from SNL cast members. SNL will air in its normal time slot. Well, there are lots of other reasons to turn on your television this weekend. Will Loper shares what's new and what's streaming in this weekend's 3 Things to Watch.
There's a world full of other trolls. How different can they be?
New to rent on digital platforms is Trolls World Tour.
I'm gonna unite the 6 strings. By the end of my world tour, I'm gonna turn all the trolls into rock zombies.
Originally set to hit theaters, due to coronavirus, the movie is instead hitting video on demand, available to rent for $19.99.
If Barb collects all the strings, our music will be destroyed forever.
A group of rocker trolls are stealing all the other musical troll strings, and it's up to Poppy and Branch to stop them.
Let's go save the world!
Trolls World Tour is available to rent on demand now.
Brush your teeth. Cool.
I can't think of one thing that could stop our fun.
This weekend is Easter, so celebrate with a bunny movie in 2018's Peter Rabbit.
Hello.
Run! This way!
Peter Rabbit and his fellow animals battle a new Mr. McGregor over their garden of veggies.
Checking on a new neighbour. I'll explain it to him. We'll share our land around here. Hello, I'm Bee. These gates are incredibly sturdy.
I just need to keep the wildlife out where they belong.
You're joking, right?
Yes. They're angels. This is their place.
Peter Rabbit is available to rent or buy everywhere now.
I have a vermin problem. An electric fence will keep them out.
What happens if we touch him?
No, Mrs. Tiggy Winkle, stop!
Look away.
We're going to narrow it down to 7 couples and then have a grand final dance-off right here on our Saturday show live on DTV.
Finally, this week marks the 35-year anniversary of the rom-com Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Look, I think you're forgetting that I have General Patton as a father.
But you belong on DTV, and of course, so do I. We'll just audition, okay? We'll go on audition. Your dad can't find anything wrong with that.
Sarah Jessica Parker and Helen Hunt star as 2 high schoolers who want to be on a cable TV dance show. Their obstacles include a strict military father and having to get along with a reluctant male dance partner. 1985's Girls Just Want to Have Fun is available to rent or buy everywhere now. Happy watching. Those are the 3 things you need to watch, and this is Will Loper for News 3 Now this morning.
A half hour of news is ahead on News 3 Now. Next, we'll keep you updated on the latest numbers from health officials regarding the coronavirus as it spreads across the country and in our state. And religious families are preparing for a very different Easter celebration this weekend. Governor Evers' Safer at Home Act could impact your holiday plans. We'll be right back.
Yeah, sure. I'm a home builder. I go to Nuns. Why? Well, my clients love them because they have all those fancy schmancy carpets. You know, like those Smart Strand ones from Karastan that are just astonishingly soft to the touch. I'm more of a concrete floor guy myself. That fluffy stuff just doesn't do it for me. But hey, my clients, they love this fancy schmancy Karastan carpeting. So we go to Nuns.
Nuns. Kitchen, bath, and flooring.
The ups and downs of frequent mood swings can plummet you to extreme lows, lift you to intense highs, or make you feel both at once. Overwhelmed by bipolar 1 symptoms? Ask about Vraylar. Some medications only treat the lows or the highs. Vraylar effectively treats depression, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1. Full spectrum relief of all symptoms with just 1 pill once a day. Elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about unusual changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may mean a life-threatening reaction, or uncontrollable muscle movements may be permanent. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Metabolic changes may occur. Movement dysfunction, restlessness, sleepiness, stomach issues are common side effects. When bipolar 1 overwhelms, Vraylar helps smooth the ups and downs.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand.
Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Toro's Time Cutter HD and Titan HD zero-turn mowers. Comfortable with the innovative MyRide suspension system and high-back suspension seats. Powerful with commercial-grade engines. Heavy-duty, built to tackle tough terrain while providing Toro's professional quality of cut. Versatile, so you can get more done on or off the mower. Toro's Time Cutter HD and Titan HD zero-turn mowers. Count on it.
Power Centers of Madison. Visit powercentersofmadison.com.
Home has never been as important than it is right now. Not just a home, but our home base. Shop online anytime at ashleyhomestore.com and get free doorstep drop-off along with our special prices. Ashley Home Store. This is home.
At News 3 Now and Channel 3000, we're committed to providing you with information that is accurate and up to date.
We'll bring you breaking news alerts and everything you need to know to keep you and your family safe.
News 3 Now, your local coronavirus headquarters.
Right now, millions of people around the world are celebrating Passover or getting ready for Easter. We look at how those holidays are changing because of the coronavirus right here in Wisconsin.
This is News 3 Now this morning.
Good morning. It's April 11th. I'm Keely Arthur. We're going to get a check of your Saturday morning forecast with Chris in just a second. But first, new numbers this morning show Friday was the deadliest day in America's fight against the coronavirus. The U.S. recorded more than 2,000 deaths in just that one day. And new overnight, Dr. Anthony Fauci says he hopes for a, quote, real degree of normalcy by November. While President Donald Trump says he wants to hopefully reopen our country as soon as he can, Governor Evers says he's still unsure. He doesn't know when Wisconsin businesses will be allowed to reopen, but he predicts it won't all happen at once and adds it may not happen when his current order closing them expires on April 24th. Right now, there are more than 3,000 confirmed cases of COVID-19 right here in our state. Overnight, Milwaukee County announced another death, and Monroe County announced its first. Area hospitals are now starting to run low on protective equipment. According to the Wisconsin Hospital Association's website, more than half of the state's 133 hospitals reported this weekend that they have less than a week's worth of supply of goggles and certain gowns. More than a third of them also reported they have less than a week's worth of face shields and N95 masks. 40 Wisconsin state parks are now closed. Governor Tony Evers directed the DNR to close parks this week, as well as a number of other forest and recreational areas, following issues with large crowds, litter, and even vandalism. In our area, those closed include Blue Mounds, Devil's Lake, Governor Dodge, Governor Nelson, and Lake Kaganza state parks. Closures will last until further notice to help reduce the spread of the virus. And here's meteorologist Chris Reese. And Chris, important to note, the city and county parks remain open, and if people want to hang out there, they should go this morning.
Yes, this morning is certainly the time to do so. Temperatures are already into the 40s. We have some sunshine out there this morning as well. That's good news. We had some clouds earlier on, along with a couple showers that tried to go up as we went through the overnight hours, but those have since cleared on out. This is Doppler track right now. Notice we're free of any kind of rain or snow, and with the sunshine and the southerly wind, those temperatures are truly taking off. Janesville at 45 right now. Monroe coming in at 44. 45 for Mineral Point and Platteville as well. By the way, good morning to all of those places. But here's a live look outside right now. You see the cloud cover. This is the moisture already starting to stream in, but you also see the sunlight out there. 43 in Madison, and those winds continuing out of the south at 8 miles per hour. We're keeping a southerly wind around. So as we look ahead, watch how temperatures begin to jump. 50 by 10 o'clock. We're talking an hour and a half from now, already at 50, 55 by lunch. But 2, we'll see those temperatures around 57, and notice the sky conditions are dry throughout this entire time. We don't see the rain chances truly move in until later on this afternoon and evening. We'll see those highs close to 60. So you're right, Keely. this is the time to get outside and go to the local parks. And then, of course, we'll be tracking much different weather as we move into your Easter Sunday and Monday.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Governor Evers is clarifying options for religious gatherings and services for Easter tomorrow. The governor says churches and religious entities are considered essential under his safer at home order. However, churches hoping to conduct services this weekend will have to do it while keeping social distance, either by having drive-up services, online streaming, or with small gatherings of fewer than 10 people. Well, it will certainly be a much different Easter this year, but as CBS's Laura Podesta reports, some congregations may push right back.
Easter Sunday celebrates the resurrection of Jesus Christ. President Trump once hoped it would mark the resurrection of the U.S. economy and a return to work for many Americans.
I would say by Easter we'll have a recommendation, and maybe before Easter.
But as the number of those succumbing to COVID-19 continues to rise and social distancing guidelines remain firmly in place, churches will not be holding regular service this Sunday. Standing far apart and wearing face masks, these Texas pastors invited their congregation to worship online.
So we're doing what we are supposed to do, and we want you to see the streaming of your church, see the streaming of many of our churches. We'll be online, Facebook. We still will have resurrection service.
Some churches are offering drive-in services where parishioners can sit in their car and listen from the parking lot. But in certain states with strict stay-at-home orders, even that's not allowed. The governor of Nevada and officials in Southern California are banning drive-in worship, like this recent gathering in Wisconsin. Some congregants are refusing to abide by any social distancing guidelines. State troopers twice last Sunday had to break up services at this church in Georgia for not complying with the governor's order to keep people 6 feet apart. The church says it will be open again this Sunday. Pope Francis will be social distancing. The Vatican reports he'll celebrate Easter alone in St. Peter's Basilica. Laura Podesta, CBS News.
And a quick programming note to pass along. Since Wisconsinites are asked to stay home this weekend, News 3 Now will be bringing Easter to you. The special service will air at 10:30 a.m. right here on News 3. And the Mass will be celebrated by Bishop Donald Hying. That's the Bishop of the Diocese of Madison. People of the Jewish faith around the world are celebrating the week-long holiday of Passover. It is normally a time when families gather together from near and far apart at a large dinner and an evening of prayer. But social distancing has changed all of that. During the traditional Passover meal known as Seder, children ask the question, how is this night different from all other nights? This question this year holds a really different meaning.
I do have to keep reminding myself that this isn't the toughest thing, my people have been through.
That woman you just heard there, Jenna Stowe, and her family were supposed to gather in Des Moines, Iowa. But like many families, they're celebrating separately, but together via Zoom. Traditionally, Jewish people in America participate in Seders the first 2 nights of the holiday. Passover runs through next Saturday. Well, hundreds of millions of people are discovering Zoom as an easy way to connect with their family, friends, bosses, and coworkers. But experts are warning that the technology might be a little bit dangerous. We investigate the hidden dangers you should know about this weekend. Next on News 3 Now this morning.
Garden mats eliminate 90% of the time spent working in the garden and increase a garden's productivity by 10 to 20%. Garden mats let air and water through, but block sunlight. The pre-measured holes make planting a breeze. We help people grow 100% organic vegetables, weed-free. Garden mats give us our summers back to do the things we love. Go to gardenmats.com.
It's totally normal to have constipation with belly pain, straining, and bloating again and again.
No way.
More exercise, more water, and more fiber is the only way to manage it.
Is it?
Maybe you think it's occasional constipation.
Maybe it's not.
It could be a chronic medical condition called IBS-C, and time to say yes to Linzess. Linzess works differently than laxatives. It helps relieve belly pain and lets you have more frequent and complete bowel movements. Do not give Linzess to children less than 6, and it should not be given to children 6 to less than 18. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Change your thinking to IBS-C. If your constipation and belly pain keeps coming back, tell your doctor and say yes to Linzess.
Hi, it's Jan from Toyota. As part of your community, we're here to help you during these challenging times.
Keeping your Toyota safe and reliable is important, especially right now. Many of our service centers are open. Schedule service online and drop off and pick up your vehicle with no contact. Need to replace your old vehicle? Most Toyota dealers offer online shopping and will defer your first payment for 90 days.
We're here for you. Contact your local Toyota dealer to see how they can help. Toyota.
From our family to yours, we want to encourage you to keep going. Keep protecting what's most important. Keep hopeful in the face of all this. Keep believing. Keep being strong. Keep supporting the people on the front line. Keep staying together while staying apart. Keep being fearless. And most of all, keep dreaming. American Family Insurance is mailing our personal auto insurance customers a premium relief payment to help them keep going. We'll keep being here when you need us.
Southern Wisconsin is our community.
Our home.
Our home. Our home. And in this time of uncertainty,
we need to stand together.
While staying apart.
While staying apart. Social distancing.
Social distancing for my family.
For my parents.
I'm social distancing for my 96-year-old mother.
I'm social distancing for my boys.
We're in this together.
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 We're all in this together, and we will get through this together.
Welcome back. As people isolate at home, video conferencing is the new normal. The popular app Zoom says its number of users has ballooned from about 10 million to hundreds of millions in the past month. But attackers with other agendas have also discovered the app. CBS News consumer investigative correspondent Anna Werner spoke with Zoom's CEO and one Long Island mother who says she is a little bit worried.
Mom Michelle says her 14-year-old daughter was online in a class for her private modern Orthodox girls' high school when some boys Zoom bombed it.
First, the screens were completely black, and they were saying all these anti-Semitic things, cursing them out, saying you effing Jews, etc. And then one boy suddenly stripped and was naked.
She says her daughter was upset.
She was very embarrassed by it, and she just said, I can't talk about it.
Well, the internet brings out base instincts in people. It's true of every new platform.
Wired editor and CBS News contributor Nick Thompson says hackers are taking advantage of the millions of new Zoom users.
They don't know the privacy settings. They don't know how to secure it. And so suddenly they're vulnerable to monsters who want to interrupt and insult them.
Zoom founder and CEO Eric Yuan says his company wasn't prepared for the influx of novice users.
I think this is a mistake and lesson learned.
He says businesses using Zoom typically require employees to use passwords, something first-time users often don't do.
So this is something new to quite often those are also first-time Zoom users as well.
Is it fair, though, to blame the users? Doesn't the company have a responsibility to protect them on the front end? You know, given that you guys are the experts on your own system.
Absolutely right. I think that's why I say we did not do a good job. When we offer the free service, we should have a training session. We should enable the password. Looking back, we should have done that. Absolutely, this is our oversight.
But tell that to Donnell Williams, who heads the National Association of Real Estate Brokers.
It's not right.
He had over 200 people in a Zoom conference meeting yesterday when someone hacked in and drew a picture of male genitalia on the screen, then started making racist comments.
And then the slurs, I mean, using the N-word, I mean, in front of all of my attendees who are respected people in our community.
I think there's going to be a brand hit for Zoom without a doubt.
People are going to have a few negative connotations about Zoom bombs and privacy failures for a long time with this company.
On the other hand, Thompson says most people still want the service, including the people we interviewed on Zoom for this story.
I don't blame Zoom one bit. This was a bad experience for these children, and hopefully it won't happen again, for sure.
Zoom's CEO told us he's now taking steps to address what he calls these unforeseen issues. Passwords have now been put in place for all users by default, and K-12 schools will take additional steps. Anna Werner, CBS News, Berkeley, California.
Well, this weekend, the U.S. Senate has become the latest organization to tell its members to not use Zoom because of concerns about data security. Time right now, 8:43, and you are taking a live look over the sunny capital. Chris will have your full forecast next on News 3 Now this morning, Saturday. But first, let's take a look at who is turning 3 today.
Download the Channel 3000 First Warn Weather app today.
Get red-hot savings with this week's Hy-Vee hot deals. Yoplait, just 37 cents each. Coke 8 and 12 packs. Buy 2, get 1 free. Buy 1 pack of Jumbo Muffins, get 1 free. And Hy-Vee sugar, just 99 cents. Only at Hy-Vee.
Sunroom savings season is here. Four Seasons has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 20 to 30%. Everything from decks and pergolas to screen rooms, porch conversions, patio rooms, sunrooms, and our new life room with retractable screens are on sale now. Let CoolView show you how to tame your backyard and improve your lifestyle. Call for a free backyard survey, design, and quote.
Get a new view from CoolView.
Our retirement plan with Voya gives us confidence.
Yeah, they help us with achievable steps along the way, so we can spend a bit now, knowing we're prepared for the future. Oh,
Surprise!
We renovated the guest room, so you can live with us.
Oh, well, I'm good at my condo.
Oh.
I love her condo.
Nana throws the best parties. Well planned, well invested, well protected.
Voya. Be confident to and through retirement.
In 1930, we began helping people in Milwaukee who were hurt and killed by the carelessness of others. Over the past 89 years, the awards for our clients totals well into the billions of dollars, probably more than all the other personal injury firms in the state combined. When you do something for so long, you tend to get pretty good at it. And we will continue that fight for justice every day in towns throughout Wisconsin. Habish, and Rotier.
Coming together makes us stronger, and Ford is built to lend a hand. Contact your Ford dealer, an essential part of your community, to find out more about home delivery and other vehicle service options. After all, you have a lot to take care of. Let us help take care of you. Find out more at Ford.com. Right now, qualified buyers can get 0% financing for 72 months, plus 3 months deferred payments on select 2020 Ford models.
Save with these hot deals and more at Hy-Vee. Lay's, just $1.99. Breyer's ice cream, only $2.88. Buy 1 pack of cinnamon rolls, get 1 free. And Sugardale bone-in hams, just $1.28 a pound. Only at Hy-Vee.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Some good news for you as you wake up on Saturday morning. We have sunshine right now. We're going to see more of that as we head to the afternoon. Eventually, clouds do stream in, so enjoy what's out there right now. Folks, it's a mild day, but it's a relatively quiet day. The true rain chances hold off. Things are looking soggy for the Easter eggs, and they could be a little bit frosty for the Easter eggs as things begin to end as snow This right here is the storm system in question, folks. It's already getting ready to develop just towards the north and east of Denver. Look for that to drop towards the south. We call that digging in the weather community. And as a storm begins to drop towards the south like that, this is where it begins to intensify. So it starts to pull up the moisture from the south. This develops a warm front. Your colder air starts to be pulled in from the north. This is why I anticipate heavy rain coming our way, as we head into your Sunday and then into Monday. Then with that colder air wrapping in, I do expect at least some light snow on the backside of this. I don't know if it'll be this widespread, but nonetheless, we'll see at least some light snow as things begin to wrap up for us headed into Monday. Winter storm watches exist from the UP through Eau Claire, through the Twin Cities, all the way back towards parts of Nebraska. That's where the heaviest axis of snow will set up. That's well north and west of us right here in south central Wisconsin, but nonetheless, we may see at least a little bit of light snow. Doppler track is free of any rain right now, so that's certainly some good news. The rain is starting to move our direction, though, from the south and west. You see it starting to get its act together. That will happen through time. In the meantime, we're at 43 right now. Winds are coming out of the south at 8 miles per hour. A lot of us are waking up well into the 40s. 48 already as you work your way towards Janesville. Congratulations, you guys are the big winners. Watch how temperatures begin to take off into the afternoon. Look for those highs right around 68. Some of us may be close to 60 with enough sunshine. The clouds increase overnight. We'll see the showers starting to move in. So this is 9:30 Easter morning. Just stay inside. Stay inside. Things are going to be wet for us. Watch your services online if you have the chance to do so. Tomorrow evening, we see that next round of heavier rain coming on through. This is where that colder air starts to move in. This transitions things over to a period of snow from overnight Monday into the early part of Monday morning. Some of that can accumulate, but I expect it to generally be about an inch or less for us here. We're watching that one closely. The models are coming in really with a kind of a broad blanket of anywhere from right around an inch to close to 2 inches in some spots. The heavy rain, however, that's a different story. We're talking a lot of rainfall coming out of this, upwards towards an inch, if not 1 to 2 inches in some spots. So that is the true reason for the alert days for Sunday night into your Monday. Then we dry things out, folks. We're cool. Our average high right now, by the way, is 55. It's 60 by the end of the forecast. So we're going to go through a stretch of days that are, 10 to 15 degrees below average at this point. But that's all right. We'll get through it.
Chris, I need it to be a little warmer.
A little warmer?
Just a little bit.
Just a little. Okay. I have a feeling, I'm 100% certain there's a lot of warmth in your future, Keely.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Chris. Well, our coronavirus coverage continues all weekend long. Every morning and night, we are releasing a virus special report to keep you up to date on the latest numbers and changes in our community. You can find all that information on channel3000.com and on our social media accounts. But first, the tables have turned. Restaurant owners and workers are among the hardest hit right now. And next, we'll introduce you to people now making sure they have enough to eat. We'll be right back.
Help is what we've always given. So thank you to our helpers at BMO and beyond. Thank you to the healers, the fighters, the all-nighters, the cleaners, the movers, the 18-wheelers. Thank you to the farmers, the grocers, the above and beyonders. Thank you to all the frontliners for keeping our lives moving when the world needs to stop.
I'm Joanne Jenkins with AARP. The coronavirus continues to affect us all, and we are here actively supporting you and your community. Every day, we're providing trusted information from top health experts, sharing tools to help protect families from fraud, and creating resources to support family caregivers everywhere. As always, you can count on AARP to advocate for you and your family. Join us and stay connected at aarp.org/coronavirus.
With so many nourishing shades, a color change is easy. Nutrice has 77. From our darkest blacks to our lightest blondes. It nourishes while it colors, plus avocado, olive, and shea. Change a little or a lot. Nutrice, nourished hair, better color. By Garnier, naturally.
Right now, staying in touch is more important than ever. So to help you stay connected during this unprecedented time, US Cellular is waiving data overage charges. Now through May, no matter what plan you're on, you'll have the smartphone data you need and not be charged for any overages. That way, you can work from home, check the latest headlines, and stay in touch with family and friends without worrying about your bill. So even if you have to be apart, you can stay in touch. US Cellular.
Join us for Easter Mass Sunday morning at 10:30 on News 3 Now.
Welcome back. The restaurant industry, as we know, could lose 7 million jobs in the next 3 months. And while that seems really disheartening, our series, A More Perfect Union, aims to show that what unites us as Americans is far greater than what divides us.
Mark Strassman went to a restaurant helping laid-off workers find their next meal.
All right, thank you very much.
Maybe all food's a comfort.
If you want to come back for another meal, just shoot us an email.
Wow, that's amazing.
But free lasagna and vegetable soup, hard to beat when you're out of work and scared.
Thank you guys so much.
Hey, you're so welcome.
Olivia Del Turco is a laid-off waitress.
It's such a help during such an awful time.
Is the breadcrumbs for on top?
This was Ryan Smith's idea. He's the chef and owner of Atlanta's Staple House restaurant. Bon Appetit magazine named it America's Best New Restaurant in 2016. A high-dollar food taster's paradise until the hell of COVID-19 closed its doors on March 15th.
Now more than ever is the time to give.
Are you picking up?
Yeah, I had a 2:30.
We need to give.
Smith started giving free lunches to Atlanta's food service workers, unemployed waiters and line cooks, busboys and baristas. 50 servings of comfort food a day and growing.
And just thinking about all these people that just lost their jobs, and no one can control any of it.
You've gone from cooking a luxury to cooking a necessity.
Yeah, definitely.
Community donations fund the feeding. Nearly 20 recently closed Atlanta restaurants have donated leftover ingredients.
It's a heavy one.
Doug Hines shuttered his restaurant.
Who's going to take a crate of onions? But this is the perfect venue.
Across America, restaurants have found new ways to serve. In Denver, Safta also feeds jobless restaurant staffers. In New York, the Corona epicenter, the chain Sauce feeds healthcare heroes on the front line. So far, they've donated thousands of pizzas to 35 hospitals. Survival is a shared struggle.
The most terrifying thing I've ever witnessed. All these restaurants are closing. They're dropping like flies.
It's kind of rough out there, you know?
Servers now need to be served.
You say thank you? Thanks.
Like laid-off bartender Brittany Alexander. She picked up meals for 4 people.
Me, my husband, my son, and then we have a neighbor with the little ones. I got one for the little one, just to make sure everyone got fed.
We asked her how much this food helps.
So much. You don't understand.
Think of it as nourishment for the soul, the social distancing version of a hug.
And of course, we want to mention that many Madison area restaurants and establishments are offering those special to-go deals, especially for Easter. And I don't know, I mean, you got to call ahead, but you can maybe go for a walk to pick up your food today, this morning at least, right?
Yeah, if it's close by. We're going to be dry as we go through the morning, folks. Really, we'll be dry for a good portion of the day. It's not until the afternoon that those rain chances begin to move on in. We'll see those highs around 58 to 60, 49 for your Easter Sunday, then 38 as we move into your Monday with some snowflakes flying. So we're getting ready to have a big storm system move through that eventually brings things it's just going to chill the air a little bit. We're going to be well below average as we go through the week ahead. But as always, things recover and we'll bounce back into the 50s by next weekend.
All right, we will take it. And Chris and I will be dressed in our Sunday best tomorrow. You can hang out with us starting at 6:30.
Our floor crew, too.